I
You
wish
know.
I.
Uh,
Yeah, I know I
Don't
had
be
to play that
scared.
that don't stop one time for him. Shit, goddamn
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Since we on the baby daddy chronicles tonight. Shit. But listen, y'all. Listen, ladies. Don't listen. We don't pick sides over here. We don't take nobody's side. So it will be a baby mama's chronicle. Y'all will get to pop y'all shit too. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it cracking. Well, right now we gonna put it down one time for the baby daddies that's out here doing what they doing. Y'all welcome to In the Lab. You know what I'm saying? Got my co-host NateBomb
What's
up in the
up?
building. In box one, we got our special guest, baby daddy, over here in box two. You know what I'm saying?
Zay?
Introduce yourself, baby daddy, in box two.
yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I am ready.
You ready to get it in? You ready to pop your shit?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I
All
hate
right,
to say
introduce yourself, sir.
My name is my name is already on that fucking. My name is Xavier Franklin. And uh I've I've been accustomed to, doing things that I feel like is is needed. And I feel like this is needed tonight.
come
Uh
on.
you know, I you know, this is for all the fathers, man, that been through the struggle. And when I mean been through the struggle, I mean been through the attorney general struggle. You know, the child support struggle, man, because we have unfair treatment coming from the attorney general. So uh this was very needed, man. And I appreciate uh Miss J and my boy Nate Ball.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
let me come on the show, man, and light it up one time.
The
Yeah,
one
pop your
time for the
shit.
one time.
One time for the one time, baby.
You
Yeah.
know, okay. Okay, so first of all, how many kids do you have?
I'm a father of two
Father of two.
That's what's up.
Okay,
that I know of.
how many
I
baby
know of.
mothers?
I know of. I have two baby mothers.
Okay,
Only makes
okay.
sense.
Yeah.
How old are your kids?
Okay, I have a daughter that is 18 years old, and I
Uh-huh.
have a son. I have a son that's 5. So
Okay.
big age difference. Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, my daughter want to stretch it out one time and do her own thing. So
Okay,
that's what
okay.
she's doing, and you know, but yeah,
Okay, so you pay child support for both or one?
one,
One.
one.
Okay.
And
Okay.
let me speak on
Besides
that.
child support, would you say you are a good father? You are there for your child. Um.
Absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
Already salute to you.
Give us
Salute to
give
you.
us details. Give us some details about that. You know what I'm saying? Because you know we always hear men complain about paying child support. And a lot of times it be bullshit niggas who ain't taking care of their kids. But sometimes we have fathers who are taking care of their kids that still end up on child support. So
Yes.
tell us about that.
Okay.
Like, so you do for your child.
Absolutely. Right now,
Okay.
let me brush up on some of my personal side.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Right now I'm going through a divorce. So
Okay.
with the divorce, um, it's on the legal side, man, you got to go through certain things to be able to finalize your divorce.
Right, right.
Uh,
Been through that. Been through
and
that.
and yeah. Child support is one of them. They're gonna intervene or try to intervene to stick their 2 cents in. when that's not even they don't even need to be here. They don't need to be in this circle right here because me and the child's mother
And that's
already
your
came.
youngest, right?
Yes,
That's your
already
youngest
came to
child.
a
You came to an agreement.
yeah, we already came to agreement that hey, you're in your son's life. You're a good father. I don't want what's going on with their situation with your daughter's mother of be a me and you.
Right.
Because you know one thing that does go on. You know, I'm there for my kids, 100%. So my daughter, when she was growing up, was not getting the care that she deserved from her, on the mother side. Now I'm not here to bash,
Right.
but I'm here to lash. I'm gonna say that. So,
Yeah.
Come on.
um,
You gotta take your lick
so
now.
my
Come on.
oh yeah, so my daughter's mother, um, you know, she put me on child support basically to be spiteful. She wanted the relationship back with me and her. And, she seen the relationship that me and my daughter had and was like, okay, well, I want some attention too. No, I don't want to give you none of that. This is for my daughter. So and well, I'm gonna leave that alone. But that's what actually happened for her to want to put me on child support.
Right.
So, you know, speed things on. She put me on child support. Go outside, give me some of this good old fresh air. Uh,
Yeah.
so she put me on child support, and she we go to the negotiation, and you know, during the negotiation, the woman that was doing the representation, I guess, of the custodial parent was really being one sided with the with
Yeah.
the whole with the whole oh what the
I reserve my
oh, oh
my
got some
my
dogs
comment
over here.
so far, but I hear relation now.
Yeah. So during the interview, when I'm trying to, speak some of my piece with this situation, um, it was just no, we're gonna do this and this and this, and basically fuck what you talking about. And I'm like, whoa. So I don't have a say. Your say comes with when you go in front of the court, go in front of the judge. That's when you get your say, and that don't even do anything. You'll have to actually have an attorney.
Mm.
You'll have to
Right,
have
right.
an attorney for the male or for the non-custodial parent. You will have to have an attorney. So I'm like, okay, you know. So during the negotiation, they did their, um, they did divvying up of the what I should pay, and
Right.
came up with one child, no child support, over $1,100
Come on.
for one child.
That's that bitch rent. That look, that's a bitch rent right there.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, $1,100. That came with a lot of overtime that I was getting, and I'm like, whoa, okay, shit. Damn, I'm not making that type of money no more.
Right.
Things have slowed down, but they go by the past 6 months. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, cool. So I'm like, well, I don't agree with that. Let's go to court. So
Okay.
when you get the paperwork for court from the child support, best believe is always going to come late. It's not going to come on time. It's going to come late. So you would not know unless you just own the child support website or you just on point with it, which a lot of people will not be. You know what I'm saying? Because
Okay.
they'll tell you, look, man, we don't know when you're gonna be able to go to court, but hey, we'll notify you.
Right.
They will not notify you till afterwards. So I didn't get the letter till after the court date. So the
Well,
judge felt like I avoided court. Let's put the hammer on. Whatever you ask, I'ma give. And
child
that's what
support.
happened. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying?
So
So
you
they
so
stuck it
you
to
end up paying $1,100 in child support for one child. That's a
one
bitch
child.
ring. Now let me ask you this: do you know is your child's mother on Section 8?
uh, I don't know. I don't think she's on Section 8.
Okay, okay.
I'm not. I'm not. I don't think she's on Section. I think she was at one point in time, but now
Now,
she
for
just
what?
live under her husband. She has a husband, and he pays. He tried to pay, but he don't keep a job. So basically, I was taking care of them whenever he doesn't have a job.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Okay, so while
my
you was paying eleven
Hold
hundred
on,
dollars
hold
worth of
on.
child support, were
You
you
paying
you was
child
were you
support?
still doing for your child outside of what you were actually still paying $1,100 a month in child support?
That is correct. Because the child still needs. You know
Right,
what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
The child still needs, man. So, you know, you go by, the child come to you, daddy, daddy, I need this, or daddy, daddy, I need that. In the back of your mind, you're like, man, goddamn, I paid $1,100 in child support. Let me call her mama. Hey, say, we need to get something going on with this.
On
Spend
top
some
of
of that money on her.
that,
Yeah,
there's a unemployed significant other in the household also.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So I'm like, whoa, come on now. You know what I'm
okay.
saying? Oh well, we got these bills or we got this. You don't need to be worried about how I'm spending this money. Whoa, whoa, whoa. But you popping up with this new hair. You know what I'm saying? You popping up with this new outfit or something like that. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, man, it was so sad, man, throughout her childhood, man, that you know, don't get me. I did time. You know what I'm saying? I would like to bring that up too. I did time. So during the
Hold on.
course of me doing my time, my family took care of my daughter while I was incarcerated. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, during that time, when she's going to school, she's doing this, she's doing that, man. My mother and my family was a big blessing. You know what I'm saying? They stepped up to the plate, man, and they got it done. Whereas, on her side, it was, and I really wish she was here to hear this, man. So, you know, I'm, I won't feel like she can't defend herself because I'm telling the truth. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But hey, I really want you to hear this, man, because hey, man, I'm putting it in your face. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is what it is. How you
We do have
fucked
another
over.
chair. If you want to make that happen, we do have another chair.
That girl ain't gonna answer the phone, do nothing like that. You know what I'm
So
saying?
at one point, how long did you pay $1,100 worth of child support?
Man, I paid $1,100, man, for some years. Uh, man, yeah, for some years, man. It for at least I believe three years because you can't when you go and try to do the go back to court. I believe it's like every 3 years to try to get it
Yes.
for the non custodial. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Every 3 years. Yeah.
Come on, right
So
quick.
the owner how I was able to get it dropped down, and they only dropped it down to 800 and some change. The only reason why I got it dropped down is because I had another child. That's it.
Yeah.
They
Right.
wouldn't have dropped that down if I didn't have another child.
Now,
And
what
that's
was the reason that they were giving you? Because obviously you started making less money because the overtime was not there anymore. So, what was the
absolutely.
reason that child support was giving you that they would not drop the child support according to what you were actually making?
What was child support giving me? I
Yeah, what
didn't
was their
really.
reason? Like, did they give you any reason to why they would not drop this child support to the correct amount?
Uh, um, basically, they go by what you made within the last 6 months.
Okay,
That's how they come
so
come up with their.
okay, so within 3 years, they would not allow you to go to court and say, okay, you
No,
couldn't within. Okay, so when you stopped doing overtime at this job, and then your checks reflected that, okay, I'm making actually this is how much money I make. You weren't able to go back down to child support and say, look, this is my paycheck stubs. I don't make that amount anymore. I need this child support drop. You know what I'm saying? You
no,
weren't able to
no,
go back and do that.
no, ma'am, no, ma'am. You have to go in front of a judge now. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? To try to get uh uh that amount, lowered. That's it. You got to go in front of a judge, man. Don't get me wrong. The judge, if you go in front of a judge, it will most likely get dropped.
right.
But, 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 you know, child support is gonna be right there. To try to, if you
Mm,
don't have a lawyer to try to help you out, man, hey, it's hard for the non-custodial parent. Goddamn, you got the single fathers, man. You got the hell, you got the single mothers, man. You know what I'm saying? But you know, you got the single fathers, man, that really get the shaft, man, because the baby mother is, man, she's feeling away. You know what I'm saying?
That,
Especially if you see another woman get involved.
so what do you think the breakdown is that creates a system to where it's not used for what it's intended for, which is um, single mothers being supported and deadbeat fathers being held accountable? How do we get outside those lines? And what about the system is manipulated to create that atmosphere?
Man, that's a very good question. Uh, I think, man, where it comes from, um, it came from the fathers. And you know what? Let's go back some. Let's go back some.
Come on,
I didn't have my father.
right?
I didn't have my father. So my mom put my daddy on child support. So when this was back in the '90s, man. You know what I'm saying? Now my father is a preacher. You know, my father's a preacher, and we had to go through the process.
Damn,
That's the
pal.
only time I met that man, and that's the only time I seen that man was in court when my mama took me to court.
Damn it, man.
So, so you know, just by seeing that when I was growing up, I didn't want to be nothing like that. But I see the that's who that's for. That's for the motherfuckers like him. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? That's not for a person that's gonna be in their child life or want to be in their child life. You know what I'm saying? That's not for me. That's not for us. So how does the men? We get the shaft right along with them, and man, you know what? Let me go back some. So this man then had, I guess, over the amount of children. You know what I'm saying? That child support will allow someone, to be able to put, to take out from his check. So the
Right.
man had over 8 kids. So now by you having 8 or more kids, now you're exempt from paying child support.
Shit, it's more
Oh,
than
what?
that. It's like I think it's 10. It's 10 children. Once you hit 10 children, they don't they don't fool with you with child support anymore.
Man, this man was exempt from paying child,
You
and
go
the
big
man
or
wasn't
go
even paying.
home, look like.
Yeah, the man wasn't
Huh?
paying nothing at all anyway. He was
You
paying like
go big or go
$34.
home, it seems like.
You said
So
what?
I said you either go big or go home, it seems like.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I think it's when they get to about 10. I mean, they can't split it up. What else they gonna get? They can't get anything else. So it's like they just kind of just he's
Wash it.
exempt from paying child support. I don't know. But I will say this from a female side of the child support system, and from seeing you go through that, from seeing other men go through that do take care of their children, and then from a mother who have children who does not get child support. Um, the case is there, but I cannot get assistance with this case because child support just simply uh, won't do anything. Um, from what I've noticed, if it's hard for them to get in contact with this man, if it's hard for them, if they have to do any amount of work to locate this person, they're not doing it. Unless the mother was ever on TANF, now that they'll get involved when it's something involving their money. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
when
They
they
want their money back.
trying to
But as
recoup
far as
being Section 8, that
men that are hard to get in touch with, because I got a whole child's father that's on parole. He's on parole. And they say
yeah.
they can't even find him to serve him papers and he's on parole. No, he got a parole officer.
Well, damn.
So I don't, child support has to be held accountable. That's just what
Yeah.
it is. They have to be held accountable for, hey, listen, y'all got to do something better. I understand that people can be elusive, but at some point in time, you got to hold them accountable. Like it's child support. So,
Right. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That kid ain't gonna take a year off.
right,
Right,
right.
right.
So when you got it lowered to 800, now let me ask you this: how old was your daughter at this time when you because you say you did time
Hmm.
um you came home and then child support was filed with sometime within that time. About how old was she when you started paying child support?
Now, they hit me up when I was incarcerated because she did receive TANF.
Ten. Yeah.
She
Oh yeah,
did.
they gonna find you.
She did.
She
Yeah.
did 10. They finna find
We
Yeah.
you.
gonna find you and you can run it.
Yeah, they own it. They finna
Yeah.
find you.
Yeah.
She did 10.
Yeah,
So they did find me. I was incarcerated. They did the whole process, and man, they put me on child support, but I didn't, I couldn't, they didn't give me an amount I had to pay. All I had
Right.
when I got out of prison, all I had to pay was what she received from TANF. So
Right.
I
right.
paid that back. I paid that back, and they closed the case. So when she seen that I wasn't going to pay her no attention, all my attention was going to my daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, why you ain't giving me no child support, bitch? What
Yeah.
child support? I ain't giving. There's no reason to. This little girl, she need clothes for school. She needs this. She needs that. Hey, I'm gonna make sure that's happening. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Mm-mm. Well, yeah, I feel like I need some money too. Oh, really? Well, shit, you better get it out the mud then, because you ain't gonna get it out of my pocket. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, yeah. So that's how it started off. You know what I'm saying? And you know, like I said, man, I think child support, man, you have women there. A lot of the child support officers that works inside the office are women. Now,
Right.
depending on how the women see things, if they're battered women, because you got a lot of you got battered women that went through some things with the man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now their way of seeing things is kind of offset, kind of lopsided, man, and it lean towards the woman
So,
because of what she's been through.
in your personal opinion, based off of your experience, what do you feel like the struggle or the bitterness or what may have you does in relation to the child and how communicative you can be with your child and the other parent and the health of the co-parenting?
Okay, let's break that down. Um, Now the relationship with the child, it it was kind of a strain, because um, it was like, daddy, daddy, I need this, and daddy, daddy, I need that. And at
Right.
the time, I wasn't making that type of money. But, you know, I'm going to, I'm making sure that I'm going to school functions. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, uh, you know, and it was like my daughter was so, since I've been, I was gone for quite a few years. So my daughter only knew her mother's side, basically, and her mother's ways. So it was kind of hard for daddy to get in and she, get comfortable with my ways and how I see things because she always knew her mother's way. You know what I'm saying? So um, that was a major fight right there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm she's battling her emotions with how her mother is, and then what her mother is saying about me, and then daddy daddy this. You know what I'm saying? Or it was a big thing when she was growing up. So financial wise, um, I still did things, but me, sometimes I did say things to her that she didn't need to hear. Like I
Right.
used to, what I'm saying? Like sometimes I'd be like, God damn, your mama, man, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, she knows her mother. This is her mother. So, of
So
course,
I, I
of
I
course,
understand. I hear that you saying that some of the things you regret saying or you feel like you was out of pocket saying. What do you think
yeah.
that does to how does that make the child feel when it comes to the tug of war of emotions and feelings between parents?
Man, that kind of put a strain on me and my daughter's relationship at first, you know, because when she got older, she was able to see a lot more. She was able to learn a lot more, and that's just not from me. That was from when she was around, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, my daughter's mother's parenting just wasn't there. My daughter got sick of it and moved out, found her a girlfriend and moved out. You know what I'm saying? That's how bad it
Let's
got bad.
let's touch on that. You say she moved. How old was she when she moved out of her mother's house?
My daughter ran away from her mother when she was 15.
15.
When she was 15, she ran away from her mother um, because her mother was verbally and physically abusing her at that time. You know what I'm saying? Um, so she ran away, um, and a family seen her walking down the street, and I think it was one of her school friends or something like that. So they picked her up, and the mother was like, "Yeah, she can stay there. She can stay with y'all."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So um, They got
Mm.
real friendly, and they still together to this day. But you know, she was back and forth, because she wanted that care. She wanted that care, that concern from her mother.
Right,
That the mother was given to her other children by her husband. You know what I'm saying? You see, as I bring it up, her husband is in the house with her. You know what I'm saying? So when I rejected her, the love really just wasn't there no more. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So she would started distant excuse me, distancing herself from me as well as her daughter, and accepting her husband. And she had two kids by her husband, and she does a lot more for them two than her. And she
Right.
So
started noticing.
it's kind of like once you rejected her, she kind of threw your daughter away with you.
Right, right.
Okay, so she moved out at the age of 15. At this point, child support still what was going on with child support at this time? They were still
Okay.
paying what?
Yes, because I'm like, okay, well, I take my daughter. I take her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, uh, child support was like, well, the mother could decide where that child could live.
Right.
She could decide if she wanna, if the daughter wanna go live with some such and such such and such. It goes through the mother. The mother says, yes,
Yes.
you can go live there. Well, you can go live there.
Your hands are
Yeah, you.
still kind of tied in those type of
Yes, yes,
decisions.
Hmm.
yes. So
Okay.
I'm like, okay, well, uh, do I still have to pay child support to this woman if this woman not taking care of the child?
Right.
Yes.
Oh.
I'm like, wow. I'm like, God damn. And I got proof showing that this little girl stays with these people. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, okay. All right. So that's
So
that's more.
you continue to have to pay child support while she's not living with the mother. And at this time, I'm assuming at 15 years old, I mean, she can get a job at some places she can't. So at this
Right.
time, now you're fully. So are you fully, basically taking care of her and paying child support?
Right now?
No, I'm saying at the time when
No,
she
she
moved
moved
out
out.
Oh,
of
oh,
her
oh, oh,
mother's house.
oh, yes. I'm taking. Well, yes, I'm still taking care of her because it's daddy this, daddy that. You know what I'm saying? Her mother didn't work. You know what I'm saying? She became a drunk, and that's what she does now. So, um, I'm doing this and I'm doing that, man. I'm still paying the child support. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And uh, I'm still on child support to this day because I accumulated back child support when I went to prison again.
Okay.
But
So you went to prison.
but
You went to prison for a second time. You went to prison after you were ordered to pay the 800. Once it was lowered to 800.
yes,
Okay. So you went to prison. So how long were you in
uh-huh.
prison? That time.
I was in prison for 2 years.
So 2 years you was in prison, and they were still holding the order saying that you were supposed to pay $800 a month, 800 and some change a month. This was still
Yes,
accumulating for 2 years while you were where you were incarcerated. So
yes.
did you try to get them to lower did you try to get in touch with the child support division and let them know, hey, listen, I'm not even out here in the free world. I cannot pay that. This is piling up because we Of course, they charge interest. The more it piles up, the more interest is
Right.
gonna be. Did you do
Right.
that?
Yes. I wrote them people 4 different times. I received the letter the last time I received the letter. And the letter stated that they cannot lower the child support. The child support will remain the same because the child still needs, basically. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, well, I'm not bringing in no income right now. You should be able to get it dropped down to the bare minimum. You know what
Right,
I'm
minimum
saying?
wage.
For me, yeah, So basically, what it comes down to, if you're a father or if you're the non-custodial parent and you have things going on, you have to lower. Point blank. That's how child support is operated. Everything is for the custodial parent. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And if the custodial parent is a woman, because it's more based and more focused on the custodial parent being a woman rather
Right.
than being the male. Um, you know, I'm just gonna be frank with it. Hey man, you gonna get that dick the long, you gonna get that shaft the long way. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And it just is what it is if you do not have representation with you. You know what I'm saying? So right now, right now, I'm going through some things right now, man, because uh my main bank account is they child support put a lien on it. So um they put a lien on my main bank account. Now I have quite a few dollars in that bank account. I got quite a few dollars. Well,
Right.
their reasoning for putting the lien on it was because they said that I haven't made a payment in a year. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, COVID been going on. COVID been going on. Don't get me wrong. I've had a job for the last couple of months, but daddy is still daddy. You know, daddy is still doing daddy things. You know,
Right.
my daughter didn't have a phone until daddy went and bought her a phone. Put the phone under my plan. I pay the bill every month. My daughter got braces. Me and my daughter, we still do daughter daddy things. So uh, we betted that. She would make A's in her first what was that first semester.
Right.
I'm like, so I'm like, I bet you. She wanted to get braces at the time. I'm like, okay, come on, I'll pay for it. You know, and she wanted me to do the process with her. Just for something to be for me and her. So I'm like, well, that up. If you make straight A's this first semester, I'll do it. Cause my daughter never made straight A's no first semester. So I wasn't thinking she was gonna do it. And she did it. Cheese, I got braces. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to put a focus on the fact that I'm there. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? I'm there for my kids. I'm there. So
Right.
um so when they put that lien on my account, it kind of shook me a little bit. And now they were trying to muscle their way in like, look, if you don't pay such and such amount or you don't agree to a such and such amount and sign it over, we just gonna go and level your whole account.
Come on.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay. Uh, luckily, I got friends, you know, so I was able to get an attorney, and now I don't have to really worry about that no more. Now I probably will receive a check in the mail to me. You know what I'm saying? Because The attorney seen some things in my case. It was like, okay, you accumulated a lot of this while you was in prison. So,
Right.
you know, yeah, a lot of arrears because my daughter's 18 now. So I don't actually pay child support no more. I'm just paying the arrears off.
Right.
So,
Okay.
so a bulk of the arrears came from when I was in prison. So, um, with that, the lawyer was like, okay, well, as soon as she signed on to my case, uh, they cannot they cannot live in my account now. So that's been stalled. It's been on hold. So
That's good.
she
That's
said,
good.
man, yeah, she was like, okay, well, depending on the talk that I have with this representative, uh, will determine if I have to file a motion or not to cancel the arrears. Well, not cancel, but uh, uh, I guess drop some of the balance off the arrears because of my
Mm-hmm.
incarceration.
Right.
I was incarcerated. So, hopefully things go my way. But, I'm still battling. Let me go back some because I'm giving y'all the dry version. Now, when they first put the goddamn lien on me, you know, I kind of got shook a little bit, man, because, I'm at the mall. I'm
Yeah.
at the mall trying to buy some things, you know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
Right.
when I go to swipe that card, it said decline. I'm like, decline? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. I had to get the card. I got the card, put some of that hot air on it, you know what I'm saying? Blow it off a
Yeah.
little bit,
Like,
wipe it
wait,
off.
try that shit again.
Yeah, let's try this again. You know. So when it did it again, I went online and my hard drive. I thought somebody had already, somebody scammed me somewhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, when I got to digging a little bit, seeing that child support. Well, it didn't even say child support. It says notice lien or lien of notice. So I'm like, okay, like lien. So I'm thinking the government. I'm like, damn, what the fuck the government got lien on my account for? So
Right.
I ran down to the bank. Bank like, man, Attorney General put lien on you. I'm like, oh man. Now this is right. This is they put the lien on me on the 13th. I didn't notice the lien to the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
So um um so supposedly I was supposed to get a hold of child support within 10 days, 10 or 15 days, I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
10, I think it's 10, I think it's 10, 10 days. And I still haven't received a letter or nothing from these people. So you know what I'm saying? So when I got in touch with the attorney that I have, I explained things. They were like, man, you didn't receive a letter? They supposed to give you some form of something to let you know what's going on. I'm like, man, I haven't
Right.
received the email. I haven't received nothing. So that letter came 6 days later, and it came through Michigan, somewhere Grand Rapids, Michigan. Something. I'm like, man, what the fuck Texas got to do with Michigan? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm like, man,
Yeah.
y'all routed this towards that way for me because and I read it. I only had 10 days, 10
Mm.
days. You know what I'm
Right.
saying, to try to make something happen. And so they already try to make it to where it's gonna be hard on you. They're gonna railroad you somewhere. They're
Right.
trying to make it
Yeah.
hard on you, man, because they want that money. You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't owe her. I owe them too.
Yeah. And what a
So do
lot of
So
you so do you think it's more that they're out for money for them, or they're really out to help the child? Whatever in the best interest for the child.
I'm, man, I'm really gonna say I really, I'm just gonna be real, man. I really don't think they really for the child. You know, the state, especially how things are going now. Um, you know, they need the money back. They want their money. You know what I'm saying?
They want
So
to know.
yeah, they want it, man. You know what I'm saying? COVID going on, man. It's a possibility that we might get shut down again next month. Cases are running rapid right now. So of course they're trying to recoup something. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? They're trying to recoup something.
And
So
what a lot of people who run to the attorney general fail to realize is a small cut of that money goes to the parent and or the child. Most of it gets wrapped up into this lottery of a system,
right,
which creates more revenue for the government.
absolutely, absolutely. So let me bring up my second mother, right? Second baby mother, excuse me. So she got on the phone today, because she's trying to speed along the divorce. So the only thing that's stopping our divorce right now is child support. So child support, she talked to someone from the attorney general, and they were like, "Well, ma'am, you have to put something down." And she was like, "Well, me and the father agreed to we ain't gonna put I don't want no child support. I don't want any child support. You know, this is what me and the father agreed on." So the woman was like, "Well, you have to put something down. You have to." So how the fuck does that work? Why does the parent, or why does the you know how should I say? Okay, she's my divorcee. I mean, she's the wife. We're getting divorced. We're getting a divorce. So that makes her the child's mother now. But if we get a divorce, how does that make that uh uh
An issue of a divorce
of
of how y'all
yes
choose to take care of y'all child.
yeah yeah, don't get me wrong. Sometimes, man, it's needed. I'm not gonna
Right.
say it's not. But damn, if they coming to you, letting you know that, look, we agreed that we don't wanna involve y'all. We're gonna handle this on our own. Why do y'all try to muscle y'all way in? Because I see that it's a money thing for them. They getting the cut. They getting the cut somewhere. So
Yeah.
we need you to be able to put some money in our pocket. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, damn, it's really fucked up. It's really fucked up, man, that they handling, the non-custodial the way they do.
So, what do you think? For both of y'all, cause see, y'all are both. Well, you see, you have custody of. You've never went through a child support issue, have you, NateBomb?
I was on the other side of the pews, and let me tell you, um, like I was saying earlier, there was some relation there because it's a whole different ballgame when you're a male with custody of your children. Supposing baby mama needs to pay child support because then the system has every increment of empathy that you can think of at that point.
Right,
Zero income for her meant a break, as opposed to zero income for us means an arrearance until you either pay or you in jail for the shit. So,
right, right,
uh, like I said, I relate to the discrimination there because I thought I was gonna be on the side with them to my hell yeah, girl, take her, take her
right,
ass.
right,
But you know what I'm saying? She got sympathy and the tears worked. So
right,
therefore, because she wasn't working, and me being I guess you would say, on top of me having a phenomenal wife who took on mine as her own, I kind of gave way to, fuck it, we don't need it, you know what I'm saying? That's another cross you would have to bear because you can't even say
Right.
that you um, uh, took care of them in any type of fashion, in any aspect, whether it be financial
Right.
time, physically, emotionally, you know what I'm saying, whatever, what have you. So, yeah, so from first hand, I saw how flexible the system could be in given circumstances. Now, I
So,
mean,
with your
generally,
circumstance,
make it
they
really
didn't
good
make
time.
her pay her child support.
I would say for the first 5 years of our separation, she was required to pay $25 a month. We got 3 kids.
25. What?
20,
$25
who?
out. So you see how unheard
Huh.
of that is? And
Yes.
they they kind of try to tap at your ego, your psyche as a man. They don't want you to press that hard. You know what I'm saying? They make you feel like, I mean, you you attacking this damsel for support. You know what I'm saying? When if the shoe was on the other foot, should I be somewhere under the jail if I ain't got a job? So
Right.
there
Wow.
definitely is some bias there, whether it be through due to gender or race or what have you. Those who know my specific circumstance know it's kind of complex. So I would say, yeah, man, and I don't think it's that discriminatory on the other side of the gender line. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a rainbow coalition of partners that's going through the same situation when it comes to their finances, their well-being, their livelihood, as opposed to what they owe child support. So
Right. Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
it is a
I
difference.
will say the system is fucked up. It's fucked up. They go after, they go hard on the ones that, listen. If
Right,
you easy to find and you're not trying to run from them,
right,
you
and you
been
can't
paying
work with
and don't and you fall
them.
off,
Work
you
with them.
might lose your job or something. They're
Yeah,
gonna be on you harder than anything. But these
correct.
niggas
Hmm.
around here that they can't find working under the table, nigga might be staying next door to the baby mama and they swear to God they can't find a nigga to serve him.
Mhm.
Like, they don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like she like Martin, you know what I'm saying? She done got her a bank job. She need these fingers for adding and subtracting. She need them for praying, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, they ain't trap her in the bathroom and take her wallet. That's all I'm saying.
You know what I'm
Square
saying?
business, man.
It's crazy, you know
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? So what's your
It is.
advice to any young man coming up who has not had children yet? What's y'all advice to any young man coming up? How to avoid
Don't
these type of
the trunk
situations?
raw from the giddy up. Better choose the right
Yeah.
one up. Get the
Get
kitties
it up. Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Square business.
because
My
it's
my
starting.
advice my advice is, man, if you get up in it raw, once you get ready to bust, hey, put that forefront in your mind, man. Child support is coming for you, baby. They
Yeah.
coming for you, man. They coming. They coming, man. So,
Man,
you know,
we can plan a pretty picnic, but you know what I'm saying? We can't predict the weather. So you know what I'm saying? Don't mistake lust for love, you know what I'm saying? I would
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Um
Yeah,
reproduction
yeah, man.
is a very touchy and sensitive thing. It's a powerful thing
Yes,
also. So I mean, hey man,
absolutely.
protect it at all costs, before and after.
Okay, okay.
Absolutely, man.
So let's
Mm.
touch on a little bit that goes along kind of with child support. We ain't gonna touch on it too much, you know what I'm saying? Um, but also what goes along with child support is they usually decide custody issues when it comes to child support.
Everything in
Um,
the custody,
Yes.
time awarded, weekends, holidays, half summers, all of
Oh, yeah.
those.
Yeah,
but
Yeah,
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 that bullshit.
I
Yeah.
can say that
So
I've been served grace to not have to filter through all that. You know what I'm saying? Being
right.
that I am a custodial parent and a fight didn't really come with that. So, you know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Thank God for favor.
Now on my end, on my end, um, it it wasn't a battle. Uh, and I seen some battles. Don't get me wrong, I seen and heard some battles, but
Right,
it
right,
wasn't really a battle all that much for me to get my child. If my daughter wanted to come with me, she was fine with it. I didn't have that battle. It was just more of a money thing for her. It was more of a financial uh, securement for her. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Because she know that I'm gonna get out there and work. I'm gonna get out there and get it. Whereas the man that she's that's cooped up with her
right,
sometimes go to work, sometimes don't. You know what I'm saying? But they need some money flowing through there. You know,
right,
so
right. And
so you know,
that is what I was gonna say. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have a person that even without the need for force, you're now in that situation where by force your money is garnished weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, and then the
mhm,
opportunity for someone else to benefit even more so than your child is not even battered. Eye is not even battered at that. You know what I'm saying?
right,
So
right,
we have these situations like TANF and SNAP and Section 8, and rightfully so. If the government is going to be paying for your child and your child's mother, I could see them coming for you for that rent or that TANF or that food stamps that they are paying out
right,
of pocket. But at the end of the
right.
day, a nigga named Jerome over there drinking up my kid Capri Suns, you know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
well, then,
They bunking up because he using one of the rooms for a study. Um, my child support is going on late bills because this nigga mixtape ain't dropped yet. That shit
Yeah,
ought to be
yeah,
looked
yeah. He got a
at.
studio in the
yeah,
room.
You know,
yeah,
that shit ought to be
yeah,
looked at
yeah,
just looking at me because the government is furnishing my child's shelter, food, and what have you.
right,
Yeah.
right. And at one point in time, I was like, you know what? They should implement something for uh, a certain amount of the child support go towards the child. But then, as I start listening to the custodials, the women that doesn't have the other side to help them out, or the male, because I have a male friend that has he was the non-custodial, and he gained the rights. You know what I'm saying? And it's sad, man, because it's like a tug of war with your child. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? I tug this way and they tug this way, man. It's sad that you have to go through that, but you know,
right. You know, I had choice family members. I'm not
yeah,
gonna readily put business out there because I ain't had no written consent or no shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? I've had partners, I had brothers. You can put the dots where you want them, but in certain instances, they got the kids and the mother still wouldn't stop the child support, or supposedly they still wouldn't stop the
yeah,
child support. I've had instances like you say, the child is staying with a total different setting, but this person is still in the middle, benefit from
right,
it.
right,
Also, I've had situations where, um, regardless of if they was in arrear or on time with their child support or not, they still playing horse and carrot with the child, not giving them their
yeah,
weekends, not giving them summers, holidays,
right,
and what
right,
have you. At the end of that, the child sees the only influence is the mother, the only one with a voice, and then the father without a voice. They
right,
question why. ain't taking care of me, why dad ain't taking time with me, why
Right.
the Christmas money that he sent went on something else, so ain't none of the boxes got daddy's name on it, and
Right.
shit
Right.
like that. It's become a monster of a system for the simple fact that what supposedly it is for does not benefit that co-parenting, that health of that child, that mental stability, that sense of belonging to both and being catered and taken care of by both. It's similar to Planned Parenthood. It's like
Right.
backwards ass, like Chappelle say, Planned Parenthood is for motherfuckers who didn't plan at all. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Right.
you're in a situation to where not only are you struggling for your own self-preservation, you have a system that is targeted you so much so that the, the generational idea of deadbeat father, hard-working mother by herself taking care of me is the status quo, and everybody don't really have to fit the bill of that strength or that weakness for it to be that, that scenario, or that um how you say it, that storyline to be true in at least the child's mind. Because I mean, what are they gonna believe? Shit, like Bobby Boucher, shit, Mama said. So I don't
Yeah.
give a damn if scientifically it's proven wrong. Your books is wrong in
Right.
my eyes.
Right.
So let me ask y'all this: do y'all think that a white male gets the same treatment in the system, in that same system, as a black male?
Yeah, I believe so. Uh,
So you
I
think
can't
it's
I
really.
would
just a male versus female issue?
I think
Yeah.
in that regard it comes to resource. So your level of
Yeah.
privilege is gonna gonna determine how much niggerdom you
Right.
suffer.
Right.
You know,
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
goddamn,
Yeah. That.
Yeah, because I've worked with a girl that went through a divorce, and they had one child together, and he had a job for Dr. Pepper, delivering a Dr. Pepper Cokes and shit, pretty good. They make pretty good money, and he was paying about five something for one child. So I was just,
right.
I was just wondering, does the system? But then again, he was more Hispanic than he was white. So I was just wondering, does the system work the same? Because like whenever I've been to child support court, I can't honestly say that I've seen a lot of white men in there. I'm gonna
I would
honestly
say
say it was mostly
one size
Hispanics,
fit
African
all.
American.
And then another thing is a cultural difference too. You know what I'm saying? See,
Right.
not to get so racially based, but a bitter white woman might handle it a different way. You know what I'm saying? It's like we got this guideline of uh, government replacing daddy to where we got step A, B, C, and D to what we do regardless. So if I get mad at you, you gone. This my baby. You know what I'm saying? All natural authority is shifted to me. And on top of that, um, if you want to be in the child's life, then now I'm the gatekeeper to that. And
Right.
if I'm bitter enough to say that if you didn't take care of me while we was together, you damn sure gonna take care of me while we apart, then you know what I'm
Yes.
saying? That's just mistakes in the plan to intensify it or simplify it in a sense of retribution. Now, I don't think that all cultures have that same mental strategy in mind, because most of them have more of a pride, and I wouldn't say most of them. It's just a difference in thinking, because
Right.
it's some minded shit to say that um I'm not gonna hold you accountable, or I come from a long line of Hillshires and we'll do fine without you, Billy. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that is not it's not really a extension of strength, but uh really a weakness not to hold that person accountable. Now,
Right.
on our end, sometimes we get lashes in a sense of it's overexerted. It's really a tool to say that you're gonna work your ass off for the rest of your life, and you gonna come home like you ain't been to work. That's my wrath. That's my scoring coming back on you.
And don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Uh, at the beginning of me and my wife splitting, that was what she was gonna do.
Yeah, man, we
You
all
know
done
that.
seen them. Hey, man, we all done seen them teeth. That reaction right after. Oh, okay. You want to
Yeah.
you want to play with me? All right, I'm gonna put them people on you, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I mean, I've heard it so many times. Now, every now and then you get the situations to where you can rectify and come up with a sensible resolution to not making it. But for the most part, man, I mean, I guess you got to deal with the level of culture and the mind frame that the upbringing has brought about. But you know what I'm saying? When it comes to if you want to go to the hood, the dirty, dirty, where it's a generational curse, nigga, it's a strategy.
Yeah.
It's the plan B after plan B didn't work.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, you right about that.
It's some old bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I can say this. I can honestly say this. Being on the woman's side, I did not want to
Yeah,
deal with child support at all. Period. I didn't want to deal with them because that's like putting them in all your business. They're not
right.
only in that man's business, they're in your business as well. You know,
Yeah,
I didn't want to do it. I just was unfortunate enough to have, children's fathers who just decided that they just didn't want to do. I would have been fine with not giving me no motherfucking money. Don't give me shit, bitch. Just go ahead and take care of your motherfucking child. Cause really, uh,
right.
I do know what y'all are saying that women will go down there mad behind the way the relationship ended or what was done to them, and that is
Right, right.
why a lot of women will file child support. I can honestly say I never, because I didn't see a benefit to that. I didn't see how
Yeah,
that was really hurting the man
benefit.
because they can duck and dodge it. It's not just
Right.
Right.
certain men. It's not going
Even
to
if they
hurt them.
don't even if they don't duck or dodge it, you got to know that it's a certain amount of pettiness if you can't realize that debilitating the counterpart is not a benefit to you. It's really you gotta stay down at the bottom to keep a motherfucker on the ground. You got to be
Right,
at the can't
right,
make too much. He can't make too much. You know what I'm saying? You got to struggle with what weekends you gonna give them when it's if it's a natural or a healthy balance. I work this such and such. You work this such and such. It's practical for me to have it here. It's practical for you to have it there. If it's really a adult mentality in um, putting aside that we didn't work out, but we still have these mutual responsibilities, then you would see that child support and the whole system is a lose lose situation.
Mhm. So let me ask y'all
Well,
this. Do y'all think that like let's just say a percentage wise, out of 100% of the cases, do y'all think what percentage do y'all think is of mothers really just having to file because the father was not there? And mothers that are just bitter. Do y'all think it's more mothers that just really have to file because the father, he's just not going to do? Or, do we really have that many mothers that are running down there saying, listen, whether I'm getting help from this motherfucker or not, I'm finna put this bitch on child support. You know what I'm saying? So
I guess that's just based on demographics because
yeah.
depending on where you're from, it can lean either way. Because I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm gonna sit here as a proud black man and say that it's some niggery going on too. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers want to have one night stands from the club, or they want to just play mind games and shit like that, and irresponsibly go raw everywhere they go and don't have no plans on being tied down by the child or that female. So that definitely is a double-edged sword and two sides of the coin. My thing is the system being built to rectify that has been skewed with the family feud of the way it's been utilized.
right, right. They gotta
So
fix the
yeah,
system. They
yeah,
gotta
that
fix
ain't
the
Right.
shit.
system. Period.
Right.
You know? So we're gonna wrap up here. So any last words? Y'all go ahead and tell these any young. Y'all go ahead and talk to these young men. Tell these young men. You know what I'm saying? What a couple minutes of pleasure is potentially going to get you if you haven't really taken your time to think about where you placing your sperm.
Well,
Um, go
oh, you
ahead,
go
Nick.
first. Well, I'm gonna say this, man. It's always, when you're young, of course, you wanna experience. You wanna have fun. You wanna, you wanna just live life without boundaries because you was under your mother or your father's thumb. So, majority of the time. I'm not gonna say it all, but so, and it basically, the people that you hang with, you see a lot. And right now, the internet is wild. You see a lot. Kids see a lot. You know, uh, when it's hard. I'm gonna say that. I'm bouncing around, but it's hard. This is a hard subject right here. When so I'm gonna say respect yourself. Think about what you're gonna do. It's cool. It's cool to have fun, but understand your limitation. Your limitation when it's come to that fun, man. Because at the end of that road, it could happen a way that you didn't expect. And people say things that they meaning at the time. It doesn't mean they're gonna uphold what they say. You know. So
Facts.
hey, be careful. Be careful.
Facts.
Definitely be careful. I'm
Nate
gonna take
Bond, what's your last statements?
I'm gonna take it from a scientific view first. Um, think about the most precious commodity on this earth. You know what I'm saying? For that sexual pleasure, you the half contributor of a whole person, a whole soul. Um, and with that being said, scientifically, man, you sharing your traits with another person. You sharing their traits with your seed. You have to gauge what their mentality is as opposed to what your mentality is. And you can't foresee everything and how everything is supposed to play out, but you can definitely see where a bit of irresponsibility can take your eyes off the road and the wheel. And then
Huh.
we get in. Man, a man told me a while back, man. And what was crazy, it was on a job, and at the time it was a verbal reprimand for me not taking my job seriously. But what he said was, the situations that you put yourself in, you can always take a negative situation and trace it back to a decision that you made. But when it comes to the child making, the child rearing, and the struggle or the communication or the cooperation that comes afterwards, you can trace that back to, um, am I really in it for the long haul before I just bust, or before I go raw, or before I lay down and act married with this person and potentially bring a whole soul into this world, and neither one of y'all are ready for what the other contributes to that person. And
Right. Not to break it. Not to break you off, sir.
go
I
ahead.
apologize. I gotta go.
All
So
right, all right. Thank you for being a guest tonight. You know what I'm saying? We
I
sure
appreciate it, man.
appreciate you. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
We're gonna get hi.
I appreciate the time. I appreciate
Yeah.
letting me expose what I've been through, and it could possibly potentially help somebody not make some mind or life altering. I ain't gonna say mistakes because your child is never a mistake.
Right.
Right,
But
right, right.
just understand what you're doing. Just understand what you're doing, man, because a lot comes with that.
Facts.
Yeah, because that young mind. All right, X, appreciate you for coming through, man. I'm gonna go ahead and finish my thought, but I'm gonna go ahead and let you go and take care of the rest of your business for the night, bro.
All right, thank you, man. Y'all have a good one.
All
For
right.
sure. So yeah, I mean that's one of the repetitive stories that we see, and based off of what conspired to get up to that point, everything is fucked up at that point. You know what I'm saying? Because it was a decision made that creates basically two fighting souls because nobody's getting what they ideally planned for out of the situation. So, some people, if they don't get it their way, they're gonna knock it all on the floor. Other
Right.
people, you know what I'm saying, not intentionally knock it all on the floor, but I mean, shit doesn't go as planned. So, um, if you have no plan, you plan to fail. So if the plan fall through and you don't have all the resources or all the know-how to improvise, then that child could suffer, as well
Facts.
as those two parents in trying to rear that child in a complex or confused state.
Facts. Facts. So yes, y'all. Make sure y'all strap it up, pull it out. You know what I'm saying? Watch what y'all doing because it's real out here. You know what I'm saying? You got women who will get mad at any situation that don't work out for them, and they your ass will be in court, and you'll be fighting for 18 years. Yeah, you have 18 miserable years, and some niggas be having 18 plus miserable years with a bitch. You
Yeah.
know,
So, and if it's just recreational, make sure you take all the precautions and wear all the safety gear and OSHA regulations um, to your recreational pleasure. Don't go in
facts,
there block a soldier at war when y'all was just supposed to be paintballing.
facts. You know what I'm saying? Like no more life altering babies around here. You know what I'm saying? Life
Life
changing
insurance, yeah.
babies.
You know what I'm saying? Put a force field up.
You know or something. You know?
Yeah.
Shit, you know what I'm saying? Y'all hug
Practice
y'all kids,
abstinence.
kiss y'all kids. Huh?
Practice abstinence. Wrap it up, Texas.
There you
Every
go.
other slot on BET. Do that shit.
There
Because
you
I'm
go.
telling you, the wrecking shit gonna cause you to wreck into some shit.
Facts. Cause it be real. Once that little person get here, it's real. It's real once
That's
that little
it.
person get here.
Damn
So
what you
yeah,
thought,
so
damn what the idea was, damn what the relationship you thought you was finna have. That motherfucker ain't finna reset just because the shit ain't go how you wrote it down.
right. Facts. So just be mindful. Be mindful of where you put your sperm. Ladies, be mindful of who you letting put their sperm in you. Cause you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna have y'all night, like I say. This is our first night doing Baby Daddy Chronicles. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be part of, our In the Lab podcast. So anybody, and this is really opened up, you know what I'm saying, to anybody. We will have it more organized next time where we'll have a
Yeah,
segment
come
where
in,
people can
chime in.
come
We
up.
want to see your comments at the bottom. We might even bring in some guests who can fill that extra chair that we got. You know what I'm saying? Just to hear what your take is. But
Facts.
just
Yeah, we'll open up the panel. We'll open up the panel. Hey JJ, we'll open up the panel next time because we went a long time tonight. We went about hours and a half or
yeah,
something tonight. So we had to get that out. I wanted him to be able to tell his story. But the next panel we do, we'll just open it up to anybody who want to come and pop they shit about the situations that they have going on with their baby mama or baby daddy. So, like I
right,
said,
right.
we'll have the Baby Mama Chronicles as well, where baby mamas can come and speak about the things that they go through. And we are doing this to help anybody who is going through situations. You know what I'm saying, with baby mama, baby daddy issues, and people who have not yet had children And maybe we can give you something that will stop you
That's still
from
young.
ending up in a situation where is trauma and misery on the parents' part and the children's part. And we trying to avoid that, especially
Right.
in our community. We're trying to, get away from that in our community. So yeah, y'all tune in, y'all keep tuning in. We're gonna keep doing this. You can recap this. It'll be on YouTube, it'll be on Spotify or wherever you listen to your podcast at, you can find it at. Yeah. Hit us up, man. Y'all follow us. You know what I'm saying? Come fuck with us.
Each one teach one. And if
You
you
know
ain't
what I'm
ready
saying?
to
Each one
one,
teach
don't
one.
teach one.
That's all we trying to do is each one teach one. You know what I'm saying? Some nights we'll just have a little fun, but other nights, we gonna put some in the air that somebody can learn from.
Yeah,
But the message for tonight is, especially if you're going to get you some tonight, you know what I'm saying? Wrap it up or pull it out. You know what I'm saying?
right, right.
Listen, plan B
Yeah.
pill is an option. Plan B pill is an option, but I say
Yeah.
prevent it before it get there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all be
And
easy, y'all.
I advise those who do have kids and are in that situation, man, let's grow up before your kids grown.
Yeah, yeah. Try to work that out. You know what I'm saying? We do know that sometimes the government gets a little bit too much in our business, and we always try to avoid that. Think about how you feel like when they trying to force this this dun on you. You know what I'm saying? Think
Yes,
about how we
only
feel when they trying
over
to force this dun on us.
sexualization and
Yeah, we don't like,
different.
we got to think about that. We don't like that when they trying to force something on us. Think about that
Right.
when you getting ready to go file that child support if you don't need to do it. Man,
Yes,
think about
yes.
that. You forcing the government in your life, you forcing the government in
By
that other
all
person's
means,
life.
hold them accountable if that's the only way. But I mean, if
Right.
there is type of way, you didn't use the government to make the baby, so don't use the government to rectify your mistake or your
Not even what a lot of women are doing, they're using the government to hurt uh
right.
the man. You know what I'm saying? They're using the government to hurt the man. And like I say, that doesn't take anything away from that. We know that there are niggas out here that are just not taking care of their kids. That is really what child support is supposed to be for.
There's some
Honestly,
powerful
in my
niggas out
opinion,
there.
that's what it's supposed to be for. It's supposed to be for when you have no other options, just like with food stamps. Food stamps supposed to be for when you have no other options to feed yourself and your children, then you go down there and ask them people for that. Child support is
Right.
supposed to be used the same way. When you don't have any
Right.
more options, then you go down there and say, listen, I don't have any more options. But if you got
Yeah.
options, man, use them options, man. Try to avoid that type of trauma and negativity in your life, your kids' life. Is just not worth it, man. I'm telling you, from that system it just ain't worth it.
Make
But yeah,
good
y'all,
choices.
it's yeah, it's all about choices. It's all about being held accountable for our actions. And fellas, if you're not taking care of your kids, please be accountable for your actions.
Right.
Because honestly, this is where the conversation gets lost. Everybody gets to point fingers. Well, she doing this with the child support and this and that, and well, you got baby daddies that's not doing this. You got baby, let's stop pointing fingers and just try to do better. You know what I'm saying? All of
Yeah.
us. You know?
Let's try to focus less on where the feel is and focus on where the real is. You know what it is. You know if
Fact.
you got one of those,
You
and
know?
you know what you need, how you need it, when you need it. At least our grown asses say we do until we
Yeah.
out there on them, and now we making desperate decisions to try to make ourselves feel better instead of the betterment of the entire picture.
Right. 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 You know what I'm saying? But like I said, we do this every Wednesday. You know what I'm saying? You can catch me live here and there. So I'll be on this thing live here and there. You can come through and, what I'm saying, fuck with me, you know what I'm saying? Stop playing house with people who JJ said stop playing house with people who ain't all the way there in the head. That's facts too, them big facts too. That's that's a issue. We're gonna have that topic probably in a couple of weeks. I got a couple of interviews coming up, but we're gonna have that topic where we're gonna talk about basically being accountable for who you dealing with, period. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if you've seen it, kinfolk, but JJ said stop playing house with people who ain't all the way there in the head. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna end up talking about that because a lot of that's where a lot of bad relationships come from too. Is people
Yeah,
be, when she says they not right in the head, I say that they have trauma, unresolved trauma
yeah.
that they haven't dealt with. You know what I'm saying? So
Children laying
yeah.
down with children.
Huh?
It's really not an age group for that. Children laying down with children. It's really not an age group for that. It's a
Right,
developmental thing. And
right,
I don't believe that every situation has a clad key way of going about it. Sometimes you actually are led by your heart. Sometimes you led by a misunderstanding of who that person is. Hey man, slippers count though. Um,
mm,
we all gotta take responsibility for our reality as it is, because you can't bring up what happened to in any way make what is gonna happen not happen. So
right,
be corny. Get to know a motherfucker.
right,
Let's date. Let's go back to a little bit of a chivalrous mind frame, and then maybe we're not in those situations like you. I know my situation. I can draw back to a misstep, a bad decision, a lust-filled reaction, as opposed to, yeah, this is my 5-year plan, and she looks like the candidate. No, so let's be corny. Or
right,
shit, suffer the consequences. Let's not be running around here pointing the fingers at each other like we ain't know the stove was hot.
right, right. Facts, facts. You know what I'm saying? Put your hand over there and feel it. Like, look, feel it a little bit before you touch that bitch and see that it's really goddamn hot. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can goddamn test
Sometimes you
that
can
heat
see
a
the
little bit.
future.
You know what
Sometimes you can
I'm
see
saying?
the future.
Yeah,
I mean, that
sometimes you
neglects
can
the fact
downright
that
see the
you have
film.
been taught what to look for.
Yeah, sometimes you can't downright see the films, but shit, if you just gotta touch it and see if it's hot, don't go all the way in, goddamn.
Touch
Shit.
it with a
Don't
glove.
go all the way in.
Touch it with a
Huh?
glove. Touch it with a
Yeah, touch it with
glove.
a glove.
Goddamn.
Put your PPE in. Get
Yeah,
on your
put your feet
PPE, goddamn.
straight up
Yeah,
and shit.
straight up. All right, y'all. Shit, we gonna end this live here. Thank y'all for, what I'm saying, tuning in to In the Lab. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably be live later. Y'all probably come kick me. Probably be doing a little R&B, little something, something, a little later. You know what I'm saying? I might set the mood for y'all for the night. I don't know.
Come on.
Look, it might be some babies made tonight, cuz.
Hey man, hey, and like I said before, have your 401k together. Have a plan. One. Write a
Had that
contract.
backup plan ready.
Yeah.
Thanks. All right, y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Signing off.
All right.
Pew pew.